Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, Taurus, this is going to be a storytelling. I'm putting it out just a little bit early because Lionsgate is on the 8th, but some of my watchers are in another time zone where they're at least a full day ahead of me. And so, I got to do all 13 zodiacs. So, it's going to take me 2 days to get all these out. So, Taurus, although this is coming out on the 6th, it is for the 8th. And this is about what is going on for that Lionsgate portal. That's when we actually cross that threshold of energy. It's a great time for manifestation. Now, I already did a preemptive Lionsgate energy storytelling for Taurus earlier this week that was all about kind of like what is the energy that is being collected around the Taurus. So if you missed that one, I'll put it up at the end of this video so you can catch that one. You might want to watch that first and then come back over here. But what is the big energy that the possibility of what our Taurus character is actually going to experience or gather around them or shift as they walk through that threshold? So Scorpio energy is here. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. So Taurus could be turning on their sensuality. They may be on the 8th, they may be shifting their energy flow to express a little bit more of this side of their nature. Doesn't mean they have to have Scorpio anywhere in their chart, just saying this is the energy typically associated with Scorpio. This is like the deep, think of it like, since Scorpio is a water sign, think of it like if we were talking about the ocean, this is like the powerful undertow. Things might look calm on the surface, but there can be an undertow. This is the undertow energy. That undertow energy is that our Taurus might be activating or expressing. This is the undertow of their emotions that can pull people right into their gravity, right? Pull people right into their flow because it is intense. It is also magnetically charming. I'm going to say that our Taurus just might be putting their shine on a little bit. They might be, especially if this Taurus had been kind of like playing small or not necessarily. What I want to say is they haven't been turning their sexy on. They are now. That's what this looks like. This is a Taurus who is they're going to be unafraid to like make that intense eye contact with someone that they're attracted to, and with nothing more than a long, slow look in somebody's eyes, they'll be able to draw someone's attention toward them. I feel like this is a power that Taurus has always had, but they don't necessarily always utilize it. This Taurus is using it now. We've got the Magician, and this is out of a Lenormand deck. This is card number 52. It's kind of an expanded Lenormand. We got an Angel next, card 40. Let's get one more out of this. I have to say, something is urging our Taurians to, oh, look at that in card 49. We've got the Hourglass. So all of this is about, it's time for our Taurus. By the way, card 50, 40, and 49, that could be somewhere in the roundabout age bracket of our Taurus. They might be someone who never really tapped into this deeply sensual side of themselves and actually showed it and utilized that. And this is somebody who, how would I say this? This is somebody who struts their stuff in a subtle yet magnetic way. This is the person who, instead of being like classically like chiseled features and well, let's consider it this way. Okay, when people are like 20 and they have, the most fit physiques they'll ever have in their life and boundless energy, that's one kind of beauty, right? And then as people get some life experience and they get to be in their late 40s, 50s, there is a new level of attractiveness that comes across. And it's they're, like they start to have wrinkles and those lines in their face give them distinction, give them a certain gravity, and the way they carry themselves. They have confidence in their life, and that translates into they have a presence. That's what I'm going to say. And it doesn't mean that people in their 20s don't have a presence as well or couldn't be just as powerful in their presence. But what I'm going to say is this is a different kind of sexy. And this Taurus is recognizing it. This Taurus is like, they're able to look in the mirror and they're like, no, I'm not old and broke down and I'm aging. I'm actually like a fine wine. There are layers to me that I am very proud to be the age that I'm at. Or I'm very proud to look in the mirror and recognize that I have a countenance. I have substance to me. I have something about me that in and of itself is this unique and smoky, sexy gravity to me. And I use that now boldly. This is a Taurus who believes in themselves in a way that maybe they never fully did back when they were, in their greatest physique ever in their 20s. And now, interestingly enough, now that they might be aging a little bit, and I'm sorry, I just read whatever we get. This could be a mindset instead of an age number, okay? But I'm talking about it in something easier for us to have a like conceptualize. And so I'm going with something very visual here. But just know this could be simply a young person who has reached a state in their mindset where they're realizing I don't have to compete and be like, wearing the shortest skirt ever or have the muscliest chest ever to be attractive. My attractiveness is coming from my countenance. So it's not really age related, but in this case, the quickest way for me to give an example would be a physical attribute. This Taurus is recognizing that their real power, their real charisma, their real attractiveness is coming from the fact that they know they're a hottie. Like they see it in themselves. They see something unique in themselves now. They are embracing, if they are looking at themselves and saying, hey, I've aged, they're like, and I have never looked better. Holy smokes, I never looked so good in this particular kind of clothing before. I never, they might be realizing that they look awesome in a very different wardrobe now, or a particular like a particular shape of their beard and the way they trim it now. It really suits them. That salt and pepper color that comes through. They're like, dang, even I can look at that and say, yeah, I'm actually hotter now that I have gray in my hair. Or I love it when women with dark hair get that streak of gray through it. I think it's so sexy. I love that look. Like Cher and Moonstruck. I thought that was so beautiful. But that's the kind of thing that I wonder if our Taurus is able to look in their face and say, huh, I'm just coming into my own. It doesn't matter what age I am. I'm just now like getting to be my best self. This is a blessing from the angels, especially if this is a Taurus who has had some significant difficulties and obstacles in their life. They might have had a difficult time in their younger years. Their first 3 decades of life could have been bigger struggles. They maybe didn't really feel very powerful or very, they never felt like, boy, I never peaked at my attractiveness. It's because Taurus is peaking now. This is a character who peaks a little bit later, and they're still not even there. Like their life is going to keep getting brighter. Their energy is going to keep shining brighter. Their beauty is going to keep being enhanced. This is somebody who, like I say, they age like a fine wine. This is Taurus's awareness as they move forward through this. Look at this, Woman of Wands. Is that not the perfect card? So this is the Queen of Wands. Doesn't matter. I don't read for genders, remember? And this is all fiction anyway, but hopefully there's always something thought-provoking and interesting that comes out of my storytelling. A Queen of Wands is the ultimate depiction of someone who walks with their head held high. They have no doubt in their mind of their value, of their worth, and that is where their attractive energy comes from. They may not be classically beautiful, but everybody thinks they are drop dead gorgeous. You know what I mean? This is a person who maybe they would never be on the cover of, a magazine for whatever, the 50 most beautiful people of the year. No, because they don't fit in that category at all. People are like, wow, who is that person? There's something about the Taurus, their energy, their persona. They don't fit into that simplistic category where it's just like, oh yeah, the arrangement of their facial features is now what we classify as quote unquote beautiful. because they have perfect symmetry. This person could have something very unique that stands out. This could be a character who does not have symmetry at all to their face. It could have one defining feature that's bigger than all the others. Like somebody who has got a particularly large mouth, and that is such an amazing thing. And when they smile, it's like brighter than the sun, and people will gravitate more toward this Taurus's amazing attributes, not because they're like, oh, you have perfect symmetry, so therefore you fit the perfect standard of beauty. No, no. This is going to be the kind of Taurus where people can't even identify, like, what is it about them? I don't know. They're just so sexy. Like, this is an interesting story. This is, so far, I've only done 2 of the zodiacs, and it's very interesting that this one is so it's it's not really based on physical beauty at all, but it's the things that are making Taurus so incredibly alluring and attractive to others. And it's a mindset that I don't think our Taurus has ever recognized in themselves. I think this is a Taurus who's like, their time to shine, their time to be the popular kid, their time to be the sought after person is, they're just now coming into their own. They're growing into their body, their face, their features. And what's ironic is that this could be at a much later state in their life. Again, this could still be of a very young person, but their mindset then is what's shifting and changing, and that is what's drawing people to them. That is what's making look at this. The moon is here. This is like, I feel like Taurus is going to be this very alluring mystery to others. And this is all about like that moment where, as they cross through that 8-8 portal, it's kind of a chance for renewed energy. And I'm asking kind of like, what is the change that happens in that portal shift? What is that energetic shift? Now, this can be a time to manifest, but I'm not looking at it so much like that, because anybody can manifest anytime they want, right? That's just a matter of saying, I'm willing to receive the things in my greatest and highest good. This is the energy that is changing within a character, and then that in turn will change how they manifest. The energy of the moon is a powerful gravitational force. So, and I just said this card didn't come out for Leo, but a different moon card did, out of actually the Lenormand deck. But I'm going to say one of the same messages here, which is the moon is just a fourth of the size of Earth, and yet it has such a powerful gravitational pull on the Earth that it tugs the Earth itself and creates a slosh of the surface of the ocean, on the Earth's surface, and that creates the tides. Something that is little yet so mighty, it has the power to shift a planet far away from it. That's basically the energy of the Taurus. Taurus is pulling eyes toward them. Taurus is pulling people's attention with nothing more than like a flick of the wrist. This Taurus, everything that they do, I think, is going to be very watched. It's going to be very seen. I feel like there could be a significant Pisces, someone who is not going to like quite be able to identify, why can't I stop thinking about the Taurus? What is it about this Taurus that I can't get them off my mind? Taurus themselves, I think, is going to become, if not knowledgeable about why they're such a master manifester right now, or what exactly is this time of their life that is so auspicious, I think that they're simply aware of it. If they don't fully understand it themselves, why is it that I look in the mirror and I can see I look more attractive? What is it about me right now? I don't know, but I'm going to roll with it. I feel like that's more the Taurus's energy. They may not be sitting and stewing over it and thinking like, wow, I'm so attractive because this, and this. They simply are. They're in a state of having grown. They're in a state of having mastered aspects of their life. And that is the shift. That is the change that's happening for our Taurus. Now, how it's impacting others is to pull others toward them, because part of this is other people will notice the change as well. We have the Chariot, we have the Tower. Oh my gosh, such a different time frame of our Taurus's life. A lot of things are like, how do I say this? It's not just that Taurus's energy has changed and that they are now like this perfectly aged wine. They're in the finest era of their life, or going into the finest era of their life, where they will be more sought after than they ever have been. It's also the impact that Taurus is having on others. Taurus's energy vibe that they're putting out there will either inspire or motivate possibly a particular person. We do have Cancer and we do have Aries, but they may inspire or motivate someone to like come toward the Taurus without themselves even understanding why I must come toward the Taurus. All of a sudden, their energy changes because of their interaction with the Taurus. So I think Taurus is having, simply because of that moon card, Taurus is going to have a profound impact on those around them in a very positive light, right? Helping others to get unstuck, or perhaps one particular person. This could be a romantic individual that is suddenly coming toward our Taurus. Whatever this is, it's interesting because normally on the Chariot card, we only have 2 horses. Here we have 3, and one of them is the dark horse smack dab in the middle. And that's what I would say is our Taurus. It's the dark horse. It's the one that comes up out of nowhere and wins. It's the one that actually pushes the others to push a little harder, but they're not going to be able to compete with the dark horse. This is the one nobody bet on. This is the one nobody would have expected. This is the thing that shows up out of nowhere, and it's like, well, hot diggity. I didn't know Taurus was like that. Where did Taurus come from? How did this person have such a huge impact? I didn't expect them to be the person that I can't get out of my head. I don't know when this changed, but it's almost like a light bulb goes on for possibly more than one person in Taurus's world. There could be 1 or 2 really important people that suddenly can't stop thinking about Taurus. This could be in the workplace, this could be in romantic aspects, but Taurus is having an impact in their own life. The big thing is they are more attractive than they've ever been. I'm just going to say that their attractive power on a scale from 1 to 10, they're a freaking 12, you know? This could even be that one day they get up and they just put on some clothes and they look in the mirror and they go, wow, that fits really well. Huh. I don't know. I'll just wear it anyway. And I'm just surprised that I can see that looks nice on me. And then as they're whatever on their way to the office, they're walking along, heads are turning and they're getting cat calls and whistles, or, people are holding doors for them, and they're being noticed. And it kind of happens all at the same time. Taurus is going to recognize that there's a change, but it's the change that their energy is making on others that is the real, and I'm going to say potent energy, but also kind of the mystery. I think that this Taurus is simply accepting it as, well, this is awesome. I'm going to manifest a lot more now for myself because I'm in a flow and I know it. Even if I can't quite explain it, this has something to do with good karma also. I think that this Taurus has worked hard, has done a lot of really great things in their life. And at this point, because the angel is here and the hourglass, it's like, Taurus, it's your time to shine. It's your time to receive so much positive energy, so much acceptance, so much appreciation, so much admiration, so much, alluring, attractive energy. It's your turn to be chosen by those who recognize value. So it's a really great time of Taurus's life. Guys, I'm going to leave that one there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you do enjoy my fictional storytelling, if you get something out of it, you find it fun, you find it thought-provoking, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Lots of love to you guys. Thanks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.